So I'm like really tired, which seems to be like an ongoing issue. I'm just being exhausted all the time, especially living with everything that I live with. And I've kind of been in this like state of burnout for a bit because I've been trying to make stuff for various channels and trying to like, you know, make social media a thing for myself. But it is something that's really hard to like keep up with, especially when I don't feel good and then I have other things I'm committed to doing, so it kind of just compiles and compounds and all of that fun stuff. So I am trying to make videos for this channel mostly when I can, and if I can repurpose stuff from my streams, I will be doing that because I think that's a good source of some of my content, because I do end up talking about some things on stream, so there's that. But I had this really like bad week a couple weeks ago where I was like super exhausted and just couldn't like formulate words and couldn't look at screens and couldn't really do much of anything because of how bad I felt, and the vertigo I had was so bad that every time I moved, and I mean like just getting up to go to the bathroom to go back to bed was so hard because of how much vertigo I had and how wobbly I was. So it's a good thing that I was staying in bed and not really like pushing myself to stream and that kind of stuff. And then when I did end up streaming, I was pretty much doing it from bed anyways. But even then, I still felt like crap. And the sad reality with like living with chronic illness is sometimes you can plan to do a whole bunch of stuff and then your body will just be like, haha, screw you. And around this time frame, there was something I was really excited about potentially doing, and then I was like, oh, I got the opportunity to do this thing, but with how I've been feeling health-wise, it's just not a wise move for myself right now. I need to like take things slow, exceptionally so, to try to formulate an appropriate plan, but also like not overdo, because I do tend to busy myself because of the isolation that I face and not having people visit me and that kind of thing. So I do tend to try to busy myself to distract myself from the fact that I'm alone, which may also attribute to my burnout, and I know that because I am obviously in it and still burnt out from it. But I did also have some interactions with some people over the summer that was very exhausting as well, and just taking like a step back from a lot of stuff is kind of important and vital to me continuously moving forward with life and with goals and with this channel as an example. I think this is my oldest YouTube channel. I think I started it in 2016, it might have been sooner, and I just kind of like uploaded a little bit here or there, just kind of talking a bit about my journey and what I'm living with and that kind of stuff. But I also want to be a place of like encouragement for other people who are chronically ill, not to like push ourselves beyond our boundaries, but live within our boundaries as far as like our limits go and that kind of thing. And I really hope that I'm making sense, because I am overtired and trying to make a video for this channel, because I just feel like sometimes I end up going months without posting on here, and then I get frustrated with myself, which is not something I think is a good thing. I do have some medical tests coming up, and there's a lot of things that I'd like to talk about, but I'm just not there yet, so there's that. I do have a fluff in my mouth. It's called a cavernous malformation, which is a thing that's inside of my brain, and basically it looks kind of like a mulberry. And yeah, it's in there, and they can cause problems, they can not cause problems, it just really depends on the person and that kind of stuff. So I'll be seeing a vascular neurosurgeon just to like go over it, like what kind of symptoms I should look out for and that kind of thing. Is there something we can do to help with symptoms? And it does really explain why I have memory problems, which is something that I've discussed I think a little bit on here, and how people tend to get frustrated with me because I can't remember everything. And I understand that it can, you know, make people feel offended or whatever if I don't remember certain aspects of conversation, but it's not something I can control. So getting mad at someone for something they can't control is not something that I'm okay with, and I tend to bring that up in conversation like it's a part of who I am, and if you can't understand that, then our interactions are going to be less. So that's mostly for my own safety and my mental health benefit in that regard. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm definitely trying to do some like more art in that kind of thing. I'm trying to challenge myself to do art at least once a week on Twitch so that I can like tap into that meditative healing aspect in my brain where I can just relax. I think I might do some art off stream depending on how I feel, but I haven't gotten to that point yet of being able to do something full-fledged offline yet. So there's that. I do want to keep vlogging and talking about the stuff I live with and the life that I live, and encourage you guys to live your lives also. But I'm really stressed out. Like, I'm really stressed out about a lot of things in my life, and I think it's just slowly been creeping up on me, and I really need to sort out some stuff, and I'm really hoping that this next year will help me get back on track with things. I'm definitely far behind on some stuff, which has been beyond my control, sadly, and it is reality, but it's also like, I don't want that to stop me. I want to keep pursuing things that I have as goals and dreams and that kind of thing. And sometimes I don't really want to talk about necessarily what all of those things are until I get to a point of getting to a point of like having it finished. Because I feel like when I tell people stuff that I'm gonna do, I have been met with the like, oh, you're never gonna make it, oh, that's a pipe dream, oh, that's not something that's in your wheelhouse of possibility. And it just feels like people ruin things for me that way, just in the sense of like it kind of plants doubt in my head. So I've stopped talking a lot about a lot of the things that I'm working on for that reason, because I don't want people to try to shut me down or try to discourage me. And at the end of the day, their discouragement may stop me for like a mere moment, but the reality is I always push through, I always push forward, and I will continue to do so regardless of what other people say. But I also don't need the negativity. And not everyone's like that. I do have some people in my life that are super supportive. You guys are amazing. Really appreciate you coming back to the channel and interacting with my videos. And I know that they're like upload schedules kind of all over the place, and I'm really trying to like work on that, but it is also kind of hard when I have a bunch of other channels that I'm working on at the same time. But I want to be able to make content that encapsulates all of me, right? Like, I get bored when I pigeonhole myself into one genre, and like that's kind of like with this channel. Just talking about health stuff all of the time is so draining for me. So sometimes that's why I don't post. And then other times it's like, ugh, my health is really shitty. It would be a really good time to like talk about stuff right now. So it's kind of, I go back and forth between the two. It's like this weird influx that happens between this content, my gaming content, my art content, and then like me thinking about doing reaction content again, because it's just stuff that helps me get outside of myself and interact with the world in a way that I am able to, right? So I don't really know if this was like an update video or if it was just me kind of nattering on and bouncing from topic to topic, but I feel like my brain is so like scattered and fragmented right now that I'm having a really hard time formulating a lot of what I want to do, and I'm feeling quite stuck. So I'll probably make a video about that as well. So thanks for watching. If you like what I do, feel free to subscribe or like the video. If not, no worries. Like, there's no pressure to do so. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening or morning. Take care. Bye.